Annabelle is a certified intercultural trainer, moderator, and speaker. She's worked as a blended learning business English trainer in Germany since 2005. A communication trainer since 2019, she has designed strategic communication and interpersonal communication frameworks, workshops. Through humor and creativity, she shows clients how to have difficult conversations, negotiate and understand what others may be communicating using a framework she developed called HIVE, H-I-V-E, honest, insightful, valuable engagement. Her speech, Self-Talk, Building Your Mental Resilience, is a roadmap to being the best version of yourself that you can be. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's welcome B. Baumann.
In 2015, I started researching interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication is our self-talk. Many of us are constantly speaking to ourselves to solve some mystery, like how much to tip, or to investigate some slight that we've experienced. We use self-talk to self-monitor our health and our state of mind, to mock, threaten, and cheer ourselves all day long. If you're saying to yourself, I don't talk to myself, then I'd like to share with you the many functions of self-talk and how it can help you to unlock more potential. Interpersonal communication is defined by psychiatrists Hogarth and Johansson as the inner conversation where an individual explains emotions and approaches and feelings, estimates, regulates, and provides judgments and assessments, and gives themselves guidelines and instruction. Envision intrapersonal communication as the mind of an individual following the model of a feedback loop, a sender, a receiver, and a feedback loop within your mind. That means inner conversations where one explains emotions, approaches, and feelings, and gives oneself guidelines, clarification, and instructions to direct or redirect focus. So, how do we do it? Well, first, let me tell you how I became involved in interpersonal communication. In 2011, I was in New York's Grand Park Hotel, taking advantage of their plumbing after a long day of sightseeing. I was in the bathroom stall and I heard, "You stupid idiot! I could strangle you!" And I thought to myself, this is going to be good. What I saw that day changed the direction of my focus in communication. But first, let me tell you how we communicate with ourselves. And then I'd like to give you 3 tools to build resilience and self-esteem. The 3 aspects of our self-talk are, 1, what Eric Brené, the psychologist, classifies as ego states. And there are 3 ego states: the parent, the adult, and the child. In the parent ego state, you may say something to yourself about, let's take chocolate. You know you should not be eating that chocolate. In the adult ego state, you might say, I'm a friggin' adult. I can do what I want. And the child ego state, Brené says, is a residual of our childhood experiences. So you might say, I never get what I want. I really wish I could have chocolate. The second aspect of self-talk is affirmations. These are the chants and the words that we say to ourselves, sentences, notes, scripts that we repeat to ourselves over and over to adjust our attitude or our thinking. Affirmations is how we build up new routines and modify our behavior. The third aspect of self-talk is self-esteem. And that is, do you speak to yourself as someone you like or someone you despise? And this is my focus. I'm interested in the impact of your self-talk on your self-esteem. Do you know what I saw that day when I exited that black bathroom that blew my mind? I saw one fabulously dressed woman putting her hair up in a bun and as if she were about to go a couple of rounds with Muhammad friggin' Ali. And I looked around to see who was her opponent. And I wondered, who is she directing all of this animosity and scorn at? And I saw that she was staring down and facing off with a mirror. That is why I want to share 3 tools to build better self-talk and the impact that that can have on your future. However, first let me talk about why I'm qualified to give this talk, besides having read books and attended seminars. I have struggled with low self-esteem. I have berated myself and threatened to wring my own neck over some perceived offense. However, behind every strong person, there is a story that gave them no choice. When I was 13, unbeknownst to myself, I was living in a foster home. My mother returned to get me, and she took me to a place that held no food security, no housing security, and no physical security, and the smallest mote of love. And that is where my psyche broke. To this day, I don't have memories. I have flashbacks, having suffered traumatic stress. At 37, I had a nervous breakdown and developed schizophrenia. So I was traumatized twice. The voices in my head, I could control with medication. But there was one voice I couldn't silence, and that was my own. I was at my lowest point when I heard Maya Angelou say, "I've got my own back." And I wanted to know how I could have my own back and not look outside myself for anything that was not outside of myself. So I turned towards transformational speakers like Kyle Cease, Lisa Nichols, Les Browns, who gave me tools that helped change my life. Now I'm a published author, a short story writer, motivational humorist, and communication trainer. And I am here to tell you today 3 tools for better self-talk. 1, learn to like yourself. Treat yourself like a bestie. Think the Titanic. Be your new best friend and go overboard in your relationship with yourself. To uplift yourself when you feel overwhelmed, to see the best in yourself even when you're over your head. 2, active listening. Listen to yourself. Anton Nikolov said, smart people listen to what others are saying, but wise people listen to themselves and reflect on their words and feelings. Melissa Gates said that a woman with a voice is by definition a strong woman, but finding that voice is difficult. And I would extend that to men as well. Learn who you are from within. Listen to yourself. What are you saying to yourself when you're alone? But also, what are you saying to yourself when you're with others? 3, develop a strategy to deal with negative thoughts that come so that you're not overpowered. One strategy is to check the validity of what you are saying to yourself. No one likes you. Really? Have you had a chance to speak to everyone? I'm stupid. Really? Is there a moment when you have felt competent? And doing a stupid thing does not make you a stupid person. I'll repeat that. Doing something stupid does not make you a stupid person. As a bonus, I'll give you a tip from my humorous self-help novel, Girl, You Ain't Crazy. That tip is, don't fire the help. You are your help. You are your rescue. You are your admin, your CEO, and your SWAT team. You need you working to get you over that finish line. And you deserve from yourself no less than to earn your MBA. Master being amazing. Why? Because people with high self-esteem tend to perform better at work and be better leaders. Tasha Eurich in her book Insight, I quote, said that there is 85% of the world suffering from low self-esteem. And it is well proven in research that low self-esteem is a universal denominator in substance abuse. Negative self-talk is believed to be critical, self-demeaning, and have a negative impact on your performance. As it grows doubt and anxiety, according to Weinberg and Gould in a 1999 paper. And don't forget the 3 tools. Be your bestie. That's number 1. 2, actively listen to yourself. And 3, develop a strategy to deal with yourself when you are being negative. If this talk has resonated with you, please join my mailing list and learn more about upcoming classes on interpersonal communication. Thank you.